I am so excited to be here today with Siri Daly, the author of the new book, Seriously Delicious, which, by the way, like, I am a pun person, so like,
oh, good.
I immediately got the book and I was like,
you're punny?
Awesome. I'm very punny, yeah. So tell me about this book, because this is such like an approachable, fun book, especially for people with kids. Tell me kind of about where like you came to cooking and your story behind the book.
Yeah, it's really like a reflection of my life. I mean, I'm a busy mom, I have 3 kids, but I love to cook and I love food. So this is a collection of recipes that work for me and for my life. And I call it my 4th child because it was such a passion project. I've been writing a food blog for many, many years, and it was kind of, born from that, like the next step. But it's simple, approachable, adaptable, balanced meals, because there's some nutritious and not so nutritious stuff in there,
right,
because gotta live your life with moderation.
Live it all. And I think that for a lot of people, you are married to Carson Daly, for those who aren't familiar, and so I think a lot of people look at the life of celebrities and they say like, oh, it's so amazing. And what I love about this book is it kind of pulls back the curtain of like, we're just like, I'm a mom with 3 kids, and I still have to like get the kids out the door. And so is that important to you, also with your blog, but also in the book, to kind of say like, listen, like, this is just my life.
We are like homebodies. I mean, we're pretty much like always just want to be at home, and we love to cook. So like my kids are always in the kitchen, but I have picky eaters,
Right.
It's not like they're sitting there eating like kale chips all the time. So it's definitely like the struggle is real, and I write about it in there. I try to, keep it real, keep it light, and to show people like a real snapshot of what it's like to and everyone knows, everyone's there. Like, we're all in this together, trying to just, feed our kids, and like you said, get out the door.
Just get them
is
out
just
the door,
not easy. Yeah.
one day at a time. Like, please go to school today.
Yeah.
And so the book is divided into a lot of different sections. Talk me through kind of how you figured out how to divide this book, because one of the things that I think is really cool is that you're like, it's all meals, it's all snacks. Like, this is a book really that covers sort of every piece of the day.
Yeah, it's a snapshot of my day. So it's 6 chapters. It's breakfast, lunch, dinner, happy hour, the happiest hour, and sides, and then the next happiest hour, dessert. Because we have like major sweet tooths in my family. We call it treat night. In fact, we have to like allot a treat night, because otherwise that's all we would eat.
Yeah.
When my daughter says taste the rainbow, it's like the Skittles, she's not talking about colorful vegetables.
Right.
So anyway, it's just, it's all divided into those chapters, and a real just snapshot of my day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we are making a recipe today that's one of these things that once you look at it, you're like, oh, I didn't think of it. It's so brilliant.
Really simple, but exactly brilliant. Kids love it.
Yeah.
They're apple, nut butter, granola sandwiches.
Amazing. And tell me the story behind these sandwiches,
Yeah,
because
so-
I love that.
So my husband works at The Voice, and my son was 2 years old when that show started, and now he's 9. So that gives you a little idea of like, he really has grown up there. And of course, there's always food around, and usually it's junk. And I mean, not usually,
If you've ever
but
been
there's
at like a craft services table, it is not
there's
healthy
like always
things.
the giant jar of Twizzlers and all of that. So they put these out, and I was like thrilled, because my kids would eat them, and you feel like you're getting something, somewhat nutritional. And then I was like, why don't I just make this at home? So that's where these came from.
Perfect. All right. Well, show us the steps.
So yeah, I like to use
so
green
easy.
apples, because I just think they're kind of tart
And they hold up,
But you can
too.
use any apple that you want, and we're just going to cut into little rounds.
Really to kind of
like
just like make sandwich. Like
exactly.
think of it like the bread of a sandwich. I mean,
Sometimes I have to take the skin off for my daughters, because
kids and picky
they're so
eaters.
fun.
Yeah. But and talk to me about like the thinness of here, because I feel like this recipe all like lives and dies on the ratios.
I almost cut myself.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I like to try to make it pretty thin, so that you can kind of just, really, it's not too messy, it's not too hard to eat. But again, it's all preference.
Yeah.
So, and then we're gonna just build it. I like to use almond butter, but you can use any peanut butter, nut butter, sunflower butter if you have an allergy.
Right.
And what I love about like this, and really any recipe, is that recipes are just like ideas.
Right.
That's what I try to get across in my book. People get very, stuck on, well, like, does it have to be this and this? No, like, use chocolate chips instead of raisins. Use,
Yeah, I liked that
dried fruit, or any kind of granola.
Right. And in the book, actually, you mentioned golden raisins because they're so pretty, but we have regular raisins here today. So, use as you see fit.
Anything works.
Or you could even get a granola that already had raisins in it.
Exactly, there you
go.
go.
From there.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
Always easy. So, yep, some granola for some crunch and some raisins, and then it's a sandwich. Ta-da!
There you go. It's like the perfect sandwich.
Great
It kind of like reminded me of like ants on a log, but like
yeah,
without
exactly.
having to eat celery,
Celery.
which nobody wants.
Exactly.
It used to be like, I guess I'll eat the celery so I
Right.
can get that peanut butter and
Right.
raisins. And now it's like you have just
Yeah.
the perfect apple sandwich.
There you go.
Well, thank you. I know, perfect. I'm like, well, we've got our delicious apple sandwiches, and if you want more recipes like this that just will like improve your life, you can pick up the book. It's called Seriously Delicious, and people can find you online at
SeriouslyDelicious.com.
Easy. Thank you so much,
All
Siri.
right, thank
Really
you for having
appreciate
me.
it.
That was fun.